next 3 years than it has in the last 50. The physical and digital control. Shoppers now expect to be able to access the products they want whenever and wherever they want them. And employees expect relevant information at their fingertips in order to provide best-in-class customer service. The winners in this connected retail world are customer companies. They put the shopper at the heart of their business. They drive innovation and agility to respond to changing needs and remain relevant. The connected customer expects retailers to know their customers and make it easy for them. With Salesforce, retailers can efficiently connect to their customers in both the physical and the digital world. Retailers can build a clear picture of shoppers in real time. They can understand their needs, preferences, and past interaction, and have a more meaningful and productive conversation in return. As omni-channel retailing becomes a requirement, the leaders in the retail sector are shifting their attention to the shopper, putting customers at the heart of their business. Salesforce helps retailers benefit from this shopper-focused way of thinking, with the tools to create and execute personalized omni-channel journeys that engage the shopper with the right message at the right time via their preferred channel of communication. As a company that was born in the cloud, Salesforce provides retailers with a platform for innovation, the tools to add a layer of agility to legacy applications, and the framework for increasing the speed of development. In a world in which the lines between the physical and digital are being erased, becoming a customer company is a requirement for remaining relevant and achieving lasting success. And with solutions from Salesforce, retailers can put the shopper at the heart of their business and deliver great service everywhere, in a way that is profitable, insightful, collaborative, and beneficial to all.
Hello, good afternoon, and it's really a privilege to talk to each one of you, and I'm sure that since morning, the eminent panelists as well as eminent speaker have spoken and talked about a lot of things which are pertaining to the retail industry. So now in my session today, what I'm going to do is kind of revise some of these areas and also talk about a couple of other areas. Before getting started with that, a quick introduction. Deepak Pargaonkar. I am working with Salesforce.com in the capacity of Director Solution Engineering. Now the beauty of my job is that it allows me to work with several customers like you, a lot of innovative companies, and try and experience as to what are the innovations that the companies are bringing for their shoppers, for their customers, and various entities that they want to connect with. Now, obviously before going forward, a mandatory statement, we are a listed company. There will be, since I'm talking about retailered retail, there would be some forward-looking statements also during the conversation. Now, let's talk about some of the things which we have been hearing since morning. Yes, what we are saying is the quest today also remains the same. All the brands in the retail, whatever the format might be, it might be luxury, it might be some other, it might be grocery, it might be even online. The objective is to reach and get closer to the consumer or the shopper. So the objective remains the same, irrespective of which kind of format you are running. And yeah, we are fortunate to be working with several of such formats. I will not really be going into the details of all of them, or rather any of them, but we will talk about what are some of things which are happening. So as I said, that the quest for all the companies which we are seeing is trying to connect with their consumers. But isn't there some shift happening? The eminent panelist was talking about few things. Now this technology shift, what some of them spoke about as mobile, some spoke about social, and few other things. And when we look at ourselves also, aren't our habits changing? What are we expecting? We expect the entity with whom we interact, and the retailer in this case, that you know us. And what is the knowing? A simple thing. If I have purchased something from you last time, try and tell me what I purchased. Make it easy for me. Now, in case the retailers or the organizations do not do that, then is there a lack of any of these disruptors today? Some of these disruptors that we are seeing over today, they're making the things so simple. We're getting used to that. The consumer and this generation is getting used to some of the things. That is, choice at the swipe, the Kohler kind of application. It provides me with the possibilities. If I like something, just go swipe, start buying that. Otherwise, just discard it. The other things, I mean, in the retail stores, we always earlier used to have this company of a person who will tell us, yeah, this fits you, this looks well to you. But with Instagram, people are getting used to some different ways of doing the work over there, or rather their experience. There are pictures taken. They are shared with some hashtags. How is it looking on me? And there are some opinions taken. So what all these things are indicating is that there is this technical shift or technology shift which is happening. Everyone spoke about that. And these are some of the examples which actually tell about what is really happening in the industry. This also the eminent speaker spoke about, because especially in the retail industry, this entity is very, very important. The enablement of the employees, or the treatment of the employees, making employees talk among themselves, a lot of things. Mr. Chandrasekhar spoke about, Mr. Nagesh spoke about, the eminent panelists also spoke about. So the two important stakeholders that we are talking about, the consumer, their behavior is changing because of the shift in technology. That's the reality. There's some of these things are becoming important, that the stakeholder importance of employees is critical these days. And on top of these, there are these disruptors who are changing the game every day. So the agility is the new currency. That is what everyone says. And who are those disruptors? Aren't they part of our day-to-day lives? Uber booking, or even shopping, or customizing our own shoes, and many other things. So a lot of things are happening around us because of these technology shifts. And these are some of the experiences which we also are part of. So what it is now, what is the imperative? So retailers must connect with the shoppers in a whole new way. What is this whole new way? It's very basic and it's very simple, isn't it? We have seen what the consumers are expecting. Consumers are expecting, know me, and make it easy for me to buy. Also, in the new economy or this new technology-oriented world, employees are becoming important. So they should be enabled. So essentially, we need to have personalization. In the earlier panel discussion, Mr. Vikram spoke about personalization when it came to the fashion retailing. Isn't that important for us? Obviously, it is important for each one of us. Important, and also the ability for the organizations to keep on innovating. This is the world where the disruptions will keep happening. Every time you cannot be ahead of the competition or innovation. But if some innovation comes up, you should have the ability to counter that and to come out with your own innovation also. Now, for what all of these things are being done? Because the customers still expect the fundamentals, but in a whole new way. And we have seen those in a way. They still want that great product at a great value, which will be inspiring their emotions, and they want a great service. Again, the panelists spoke about Indian consumer cares about service. That the person who is standing in front of him or next to him in a shop should be informed about his likes, dislikes. So aren't these really important things? So as I say that, in my first part, I'll touch upon some of the things which we already have heard and give some examples as to why this is becoming important. Now, let's look at the retailer. What we have looked at just now is the environmental aspect, which is making the consumer expectations a little different. They want you to know them. They want you to make it easy for them. The employees are becoming far more important today. Now, when we look at the organizations, that is the retail companies. Now, retail companies, and that's what also the conversation was around, have done fair bit of automation. And when we talk about the automation, the essential of the business, which is merchandising, your transactions, which is your point of sales, or if you're doing your order taking over the phone, or any other means, you are communicating with your customers on some other way of like your website, etc. You are doing all those things. Most of the businesses are doing. But what these systems are, aren't these the system of record? That I am trying to create the record of customer. I am trying to create record of his buying. I am trying to create a record